I think we're back in business. Yeah, I think we're good. We will see. Let's see if this works. It does. It does work. My mic should sound better. It should be louder. And I got noise gates and stuff like that on again, so we should be good there. And then I just got to remember how to play Truck Sim. I don't know where we're trying to go. Oh, it's yeah, I forgot when it updates, it makes you go back. Skip. It looks like I don't have a trailer. Let's do this one. Man, I'm gonna have to remember everything. All right, that does that. I don't remember how to switch my camera. There we go. Vroom vroom, it's a little loud. Where we at? The truck is always kind of loud when we're this close to it. I do remember that. Oh. Remember those buttons. We got the custom truck skin going on too. Looking good. E-Rock, what's up, man? Welcome in. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. I'm playing in my modded save right now, which is the one we used to do the most on Facebook back in the day. But we're gonna have to see what mods don't work anymore. Like no damage should be on. But I'm guessing it doesn't work anymore. The engines work. That's the most important one. I've been good, man. Yeah. I've been good. I'm finally getting to be back to streaming. I'm through school. I'm through my residency at my job for the most part. And now I can kind of get back into figuring out normal schedule, normal life, stuff like that. How's the audio sound? I know the truck's pretty loud, but that's because we don't have a trailer on it yet. I can't flip over because I don't remember how to reset. I was over here. I don't know if you were in here yet, but I was hitting all the buttons trying to figure out which ones did what, because it's been a while. Yeah, I always like this custom truck we got. Cobra made this. So Truck Sim has, I think, like 3 or 4 more states out now too, that I'm eventually gonna have to get my hands on. The newest truck, or the newest state I've got is, I think, Texas. Let's see if our job's still here. It is. Yeah, it looks like, let me look at my map because I don't even know what I do and don't have anymore. If I can figure out how to look at my map. There we go. Okay, so I got Oklahoma. So that must have been the last one I bought. But this is all the normal stuff. That's all where the places we've been. We didn't really go to California much. This is, again, the save we played on Facebook the most. So we've got like almost 200,000 miles, I think, in this save. A lot of driving. But anyway, we got Oklahoma and then Kansas. So those are the last 2 I bought. Then there's Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, right? They added a few, so I think they added Louisiana, didn't they? I guess not. I thought it was already out. But we're getting there. I don't know what they're gonna do next, but I do have some catching up to do. All right, there we go. Now you should be able to hear the truck and it not be overwhelmingly the only thing you can hear, right? I should probably go to my garage and get one of my trailers back after we do this run. I think I'll do that. Grounded, what's up? Really love your stream. You can join our Discord server. !Discord. All right, we got a 15-hour drive. I don't remember the conversion of how long that takes in real life. We got $37 million in this save. And I think we should see, because we've hired drivers, we should see the drivers that we hire pop up on the top of the map there. If you guys are watching in vertical, you can't really see that. It's cropped out, but... Oh, damn. Okay. So it looks like the no damage mod is working. So I'm working night shift. Some of y'all know that. But I just got off. I'm off for 4 days. Kind of 3 now, I guess, because... I'm trying to test out how I like flipping my schedule. If I can get 4-day blocks off like that, it seems reasonable that I can do that, right? Because I work 3 days on, I get 4 days off, work 3 days on. Usually, I guess. That can move around a bit. But I got off about this time yesterday morning. And instead of staying up all night, or instead of sleeping all day, I slept for a few hours, woke up, spent the afternoon with my wife, and then I went to bed at like a normal time last night, and I woke up at like 4 o'clock this morning. And now I guess I'll stay awake today. When I should be sleeping through the day, I stay awake today, I guess. And then I'll stay awake through the day tomorrow, and then try to stay up all night tomorrow night. So that way I'm back. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've never had to do this before, so I don't know how it's really going to work. 4 days on for 3 days off. That's not bad. I can work, we get to self-schedule. They don't always give us what we pick, but for the most part, we get to pick what we want. Oh man, these suck. Okay, we're good. We're gonna make it. You ain't ever gonna make it, do we? For the most part, we get to self-schedule. And what I'm trying to pick is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What I'm doing right now is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for these 2 weeks. And you have to do a certain amount of weekends, so they'll move it around a little bit. But my self-schedule will start in about a month. So I got to pick my days for that, but it doesn't start for about another month. And we'll see if they give me what I picked. But I picked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I'll work those days. I don't have any time to do anything streaming or music-wise on those days that I work. But then I got 4 days off, so I can do all this stuff on those extra days of the week. So hopefully, if that goes to plan, we'll be streaming most of the time. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays. Kind of try to get in a rhythm and get a somewhat consistent schedule going, you know. But it'll be a month before I have consistency like that. Right now, I'm just kind of picking up the days I'm not at work and trying to stream. So it seems to be working out all right. Some of the people from the old days are coming around, Facebook and Mixer even, and stuff like that. Yep, but I could, if I wanted to, I could do 6 days and get 8 days off, right? I could do 6 days on and get 8 days off. But I think I'd rather do the three and then 4 off, if that makes sense. And then if I want to go on like a trip or something, then do 6 and get a week off to go on vacation or something like that. For special occasions, but I don't want to do that every week, I don't think. Oh, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it. See, we are getting... Oh, shit. Oh! We are getting damaged sometimes. We are getting beat up. So yeah, this last couple weeks I've been streaming like 4 o'clock in the morning usually. Maybe like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the morning. But straight up through the dead of night is kind of when we've been going live. But I've been wanting to try to get on earlier in the morning for viewers that have been hanging around since the Facebook days and want to watch a stream, but they're not night shifters, you know? So if I flip my schedule for a couple days on my days off, we can do a couple streams night, like on the ends of them. We can do a couple like nighttime streams when I'm flipping my schedule back over, and do a couple daytime streams when I'm in the middle of my 4 days off. Does that make, that's what I think in my head. I don't know if that makes sense, but I got to figure out how it's going to work. Good Lord. See, no damage. If I like bump a sign, we get 2% damage. I slam into a guardrail at 100 miles an hour, nothing. I think the mod kind of works. I think that's my headlight button, right? And that's my, hold on. That's my headlight, that's my high beams. There we go. And I got no chance. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. Yep. We'll figure it out. Just a matter of getting used to it and seeing what works. The only good thing, well, I guess there's a lot of good things, but one of the good things about it is I'll know my schedule 6 weeks ahead of time. So even if they don't give me the days I pick all the time, which they probably won't every time, I'll know my schedule 6 weeks ahead of itself, so I can make a schedule for streaming and put it in Discord, so that way people know at least. Like, hey, normally Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but this week I'll be working Monday or something like that, and we'll do a stream on Wednesday instead, whatever. But at least we get a good bit of time, like a month and a half at a time, so we can schedule out a little bit ahead. And I'll just do that every 6 weeks. I'll just post a new streaming schedule in Discord so people kind of know when I'm jumping on and all that. I think it's going to work out pretty good. Pretty good. And then I'll try to do music in between that. What I've been doing is going live. I've been doing a music stream first, stream music for about an hour, then I jump on here and do games. Today I'm doing that opposite because I woke up and came to stream, and I like my voice is kind of groggy when I first wake up, so I didn't want to jump into a streaming music. So I'm going to start with games. We'll do this for a little while, seeing how it goes, and then whenever I'm done with this, I'll jump over to music. Jump over to the music channels and practice a little bit. Oh, damn, that was a good one. Please land on your feet. Please land on your feet. Please don't do what you just did. Oh, hold on. Okay, we stuck the landing, guys. 10 out of 10. I have no idea where that car went, but it like Spider-Man'd up that cliff and went into the void. Kicking field goals. It's been a while since we've done that. I've still got I need to get the new flight sim. I got the new flight sim on Xbox. I guess we could play it via that. But I need to get the new flight sim downloaded on here so we can do that too. I don't have the new farm sim, but we'll see what I can get my hands on. But truck sim I'm always gonna do. It's kind of always been our main deal. And then flight sim's okay, man. I don't know if any of y'all are still playing a bunch of simulators, what you guys are doing, but the new flight sim came out and it's got missions in it, which was always one of the big complaints about the other flight sim that we played back on Facebook. It's cool to fly around, but it's kind of aimless, right? At the end of the day, there's not really a goal. So the new flight sim does have that. They have a career mode where you can do your thing. Hayden, what's up, man? Yeah, I need to upgrade my computer. This computer's kind of old, but it's working. It's rolling. I'll get to working on it someday, but I'm not in a big hurry to do it because parts are so expensive now. Building a computer, man, you could buy a car. I guess it's always kind of been that way, but power supply went out. I think you can still get your hands on a pretty good power supply for not too much, for nothing too crazy, you know. But shit, dude, the new series of graphics cards. I play NVIDIA. The new series of graphics cards are twice as much as my computer is, like in total. But my computer's several years old now. Yeah, so Flight Sim has missions, but when I played it on the Xbox, it was super bugged out. And I'd like to do some stuff like that on the channel again and do that career mode and stream that out and kind of see how we can build that up, just like we've done on Truck Sim and Farm Sim and stuff. But if it's that buggy, I'm not really going to play it. So I'll download it on the computer and see if it's any better than it has been on console. Yeah, power supply is really not that bad. Yeah, Hayden, if you're talking about putting it in yourself, that's not too much trouble. A couple YouTube videos will work that up for you, man. Yeah, I built not even that one. So my old computer's right there. My old computer's right there. My wife uses that. That's what those screens are right there. And then I bought this one pre-built when we were full-time streaming on Facebook Maybe I bought this one on Mixer. I don't remember when I bought this computer, but I might have bought this computer on Mixer. It's been maybe 5 years or more. So, but anyway, I bought it because I didn't want to build another one, but I built the one before that one. The one before that one is the one that I built, and I don't want to do it again. So, not for me. It was not a fun process. So from now on, I'm just gonna buy pre-builts. About to fix it, start playing again. Just been more focused on trucks IRL. Yeah, that's a good place to put your focus, dude. I've been more focused in real life too for the last few years. Hey, there's a field goal. Let's see if he lands in front of us. He's probably not. Dude, where are these cars going? Used to be when we would kick a field goal like that, we would... Oh, there it is. Damn, I was looking the wrong way. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, sorry guy. I hope you enjoyed the ride in your little undercover cop car you got there. Yeah, I was streaming on Facebook back in the day, Hayden, and Mixer before that, and then Facebook bought Mixer, and I was bought by Facebook in that like transition, if that makes sense. I was one of the partners that went over. I took the Facebook contract basically, and we did Facebook for a while. I think we were full-time on there for like a year and a half or something, and then Facebook kind of tanked. Facebook went really strong for a long time, and then it started to tank, and I just decided that I wanted to go back to college. I had some money saved up from Facebook was throwing money around stupid. And so I was able to save up some money because Facebook was paying us to make like Let's Play videos. So they bought us as streamers, and then they were coming out saying, hey, make this many videos or whatever, and we'll pay you this much money. And it didn't even matter if nobody watched them. It didn't matter how many views you got or anything like that. If you had a partner contract, they gave you those incentive deals. So we did that for a long time. I had a lot of good support on Facebook too, and I was like, man, if this is just gonna all go away like that, I need to go back to college. So I went to nursing school, and I did that for the last 3 years. I graduated in May, started a residency at a hospital. I've been doing that now for a couple months, and now it's kind of finally smoothed out. Right now I've got my job, I've got my career going, I've got my schedule smoothed out. I'm not doing extra work every day when I get home doing homework and classes and sim labs and stuff. And now I can finally start doing my hobbies again, start doing my music. I write country music and stuff like that too. So I can start doing that in my days off and get back to streaming. So I took a long hiatus, man, but I had to do something to get stabilized, you know. Thank you for the follow, Hayden. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. We will give you, maybe not. There it is. A T-Rex. You're the first follower I've gotten on TikTok since I started streaming over there, which is relatively new. All right, we still got 7 hours. We're about halfway there. I may just sleep when it gets dark. I used to punch in the command to make it daytime, but I forgot the command. I'm not gonna look it up right now. So if it gets too dark, we might just sleep, because I don't like driving through the night. Hey, look at that. We got the real mods on. McDonald's truck. We got real companies turned on. So we should be seeing like real life truck stops and Burger Kings and stuff like that. I haven't really been paying attention to my surroundings. Yeah, I didn't really ever do that. This is what we did on Facebook most of the time back when I was streaming there. Every day, you know, sometimes multiple times a day. This is the main game I played, so we didn't really mod money, but this is my modded save from Facebook back then. So we got no damage. I got the engines. You can hear that engine is not, that's not stock. and it's like 1500 horsepower or something. So that's why my truck can go 130 miles an hour and wreck into stuff. But I don't know how many of my mods don't work. It seems like they're all working, which I didn't expect them to be working after all these years, but it's a flying J right there. But yeah, we didn't really have to mod money just because when you, like, I didn't have no damage turned on and stuff like that. It was pretty easy to grind up. But I got another save with no mods on it that we also used to play over there a little bit. I thought about doing that one, but it's been so long since I played, I kind of just wanted to hop in. This is basically easy mode, you know? Fast truck, all the money we need because we've been playing this save for so long. That money just kind of makes itself with the drivers that we've hired, so I don't have to worry about anything in this save. We just drive around and hit shit. So it'd be nice to start here, and maybe I'll go back to my legit save for some later streams, because I do like the grind of this game, right? I think the grind of this game is kind of addictive. Starting out like you don't even have a truck yet, you know? But I don't know, I like to play both ways. When you're streaming, it's kind of best to have mods rolling because it's a little more entertaining. The grind is fun as a player, but it's not as fun as a viewer, right? Would have been different, play for fun, so I couldn't stand. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? The grind is fun, but if you're trying to play quick and you don't have a lot of time, and like viewership and stuff too enjoys the modded streams a little bit better. All right, we're kicking field goals. We're hitting all kinds of stuff. We've gotten real lucky. The last 2 times I've wrecked real bad, we've landed on our feet. Because I don't remember how to pick the truck up. There's a console command that'll let you pick the truck up and drop it, but I don't remember how to do that. But I gotta find us a rest stop, guys, so we don't get tired. I got that turned off on this save too, so we don't need to sleep, but I want to not drive in the dark. All right, here's a bed up here. Excuse me. See that McDonald's over there? Good stuff. And they're all like real companies. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We'll go over here and fuel up first. Yeah, I mean, you can also just open your save file, I think, and just type money in if you need it on this one. $475, guys, on that fuel tank. Alright, what's going to be the best way to get out of here? I guess we could break the law. Yeah, let's do that. Beep beep. Oh, dang it, dude. Oh, there's a fence right there. Alright, we cleared it. We did it. Professional truck driving license. Yeah, like I said, I go back and forth, man. It's fun to play both ways, but this is way better for streaming, I think. I'd really like to hit the grind on Flight Sim and see how you build your career. So in Flight Sim, it's kind of similar, I guess. I don't know if any of y'all have checked it out, but you start out flying like the real basic planes, but you've also got to get your licenses to do more. So you have to do training in flight sim to get better licenses like dual engines, and there's licenses to fly at night, to fly in bad weather, to fly larger planes and stuff. So you got to grind up that way and do missions in between and rank up and whatever. You're flying cargo or people or rescue missions and stuff like that. So it is really cool. It would be it'd be similar to truck sim in that way, I think, but I don't know, it's just so bugged out when it came out on the console. I haven't tried to play it again in a while. The career mode was really not working very much. But I don't know, when we get done, when I get done with my music stream after this one, I'll see if I can get it downloaded on the computer. Maybe we can stream that tomorrow. Oh, dang. Gotta keep my eyes on the road. All right, we're in New Mexico. I think our destination's in New Mexico. I wasn't paying attention really when I picked the drive. Okay, hold on. Stuck to land, and that one car flew over there all the way across the oncoming lane, and that is a fire truck. That is an emergency vehicle. That's not good. We gotta flee the scene. That was a hell of a crash though. That was worth it. It's a engine mod. Phineas, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's an engine mod. I'll show it to you when I get at the end of this drive. I'll show you which one it is. It's like OHM Engine World or something. That audio is also hear the engine. It sounds the best when we're there. You go. So it comes with the engines that give you all that extra horsepower, and they sound like that, right? So it's a nice mod. You can just grab it right off of Steam too, I think. The Steam Workshop or whatever it is. And there are engines in this pack, I think, that go faster than this, but they get to a point where you can't control the truck anymore. You know, some of the engines are too much. I love it though. Just plowing cars out of the way. I answered your question, Phineas. It's an engine mod, bro. Oh! Look at that. Good God, man. That's like a mile away. Do you see that? Do you guys see that guy land over there? Phineas goes, why are you going so fast? That's why we're going that fast. That was funny. We got a helicopter up there. I don't know what he's doing. Oh. We got a traffic stop. A convict. I'll show everybody, Rogue. Yeah, we got some people asking about the mods, so I'll show you in a second. Yeah. There's a few mods I got on this save. This is my old save from when I used to stream on Facebook back in the day. So it's modded out. I got my truck customized with my name and stuff, my logo, which was made by a viewer of ours back in the day. Cobra made that for us. One of my favorite mods is the truck skins, honestly. But yeah, when I get to this stop, I will show you guys the mods I got on. Yes, there, Rogue. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the crew. See that? We're just rolling through stuff, but then you hit something invisible and you can't go anymore. You just can't do it. Burger King. I got Real Company mods. That's where the Burger King thing is. I thought about turning back on the NASCAR trailers. I got a mod for like the Hall NASCAR trailers. They're skinned with different drivers and cars and stuff. They're pretty cool. But I don't have that one turned on right now, I don't think. Left lane dedicated. Driving since 2016. Phineas says I'm trying to haul a full-on giant dump truck. Phineas, thank you for the follow too, man. I see that there. We'll give you a T-Rex too, man, because why not, right? When you got a T-Rex, you got to use it. All right, so you're trying to haul the giant, man, I can't say words and stuff. The giant dump truck. That's got to be your engine, dude. I don't know. I don't know how you're playing, but like I said, I got a save where I play with no mods, and this save that I play that has mods. This tends to be better for streaming because it's more entertaining to watch. But if you're not playing with any mods at all, you probably just don't have your truck upgraded enough to pull that, right? You can upgrade your trucks in the base game, buy better trucks and better engines. And that's why you can't haul that, I think. Probably. That's probably why you can't. But we're almost there, guys. Once I get to the stop, I'll show you what I got loaded up. And again, these mods, pretty much everything I've got in the game right now, you can get on the Steam Workshop. So you just go find it, click it. Now again, this is my save from Facebook. I haven't streamed on Facebook in over 3 years. I'm on Facebook right now, but this save is from well over 3 years ago. So These mods are old, but they still work. I didn't update anything. I updated the game. I jumped on and started playing. So the mods are still working good. So hopefully they work out for you guys too. Hey, thank you for the like, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of forget that you can like on TikTok. But tap the screen, guys, if you're enjoying the content. I'm just back to streaming after a few years away because I went back to college and got a degree. So I quit streaming for a while to get all that done. Then we're just on the other end of all that crap. So I'm back to streaming again. We got to rebuild. Hello, officer. Don't mind me. Who's driving around the median? So some things you turn off in the settings of the game, right? Like sleeping. I don't have to sleep. That you just turn off. It's not a mod. You just turn that off. Look at that. We actually made money on that job. Okay. Let me see if I can go in here. I think this game saves automatically, doesn't it? Like I said, it's been a minute. Yes, your progress will be saved automatically. Crafted, what's up, man? What's up, Henderson? Welcome in on TikTok, bud. You guys got us to 418 likes over there. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Mods. 5 are active on this save. So these are what's active on this save right here. You guys on TikTok can't really see that, so let me do something for y'all. There you go. All right, these are the mods that are active right here. So these are just my trailers. Again, a viewer made those for me. These are my trailers and my trucks. You guys see my truck has my name on it and all that. That's the no damage mod. It's made by Captain Nervous. It's just called No Damage, and the creator is Captain Nervous. It works most of the time. Sometimes you hit stuff and you do get damage, but most of the time it works. This is the engine mod. OHM Words Engine Lope and Transmission Pack. That's the engine mod that I'm using. That is letting me go 150 miles an hour. That's letting me pull anything we want to pull. And the only other thing that I have on for this one is the real company's gas stations and billboards right here. So none of these are on, these like not highlighted ones, but like see, that's turned on. But right here is active, guys. That's all I got on this save right now. No damage, OHM Words, Engine Lope, and Transmission. That's the one you guys probably want the most. And then I like real companies. It's just kind of cool to see real stuff in the game, you know? Let me get this pulled back over for y'all. Get that centered. Relatively in the middle there. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of mods installed that we're not really using. Should you reinstall it? Probably, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not really using. NASCAR, alcohol cargo pack. I imagine TikTok wouldn't like that. I got a bus mod right here. I know, again, on vertical, guys, on TikTok and YouTube, if you're watching vertical, I know you can't really see it completely because it cuts the screen off on the edges, but the bus mod's all right. It's not that great. I wish it would be better. Wheels, there's just some random stuff, but yeah, everything on here is from the Steam Workshop. So just go to Steam and search up what I just showed you and get it installed, and you should be good. I can't remember if the engine mods, like if the engines cost money or not. I can't remember. So you might have to grind up money in your save to then go back and buy it, right? Now to make coast to coast, and no, I don't, man. I never played with those mods because when I was really into this game, they were dumping states like left and right. So I never really played with the map expansions. Some of my viewers, one of my mods played those quite a bit. Hoover played those a little bit. So whenever we see him around, maybe he can tell you something about it. Hoover's not here right now though. But yeah, I never played with the map expansion mods really because there's always a new state to go work up, and then a month or two later there'd be another new state. I don't know if they're still dropping states that fast or not. But I'm also still relearning the game, right? I played this almost every day when we were full-time streaming on Facebook, and I haven't played it since I went back to college, so I'm clicking like wrong buttons and all kinds of stuff. So I'm a little out. There we go, trailer manager. The UI is completely different than it was back in my day. Sebas, thank you for the follow and the like. I appreciate you, man. We don't have like, let's let this T-Rex do his thing. I'm gonna go grab our own trailer. So we don't have notification things on TikTok. So you guys, when you follow, you get a T-Rex because I don't have a notification thing to pop up for you. 1,000 likes. It says 958 for me, but it's probably behind. Thank you, Phineas, for the likes. T-Rex, yep. I do stupid stuff like that on my stream. When we wreck, we'll turn on the fire. I just got all that rebuilt yesterday because that was gone from our old streams. So I rebuilt all that stuff. You see Crafted, we got the T-Rex back, man. Crafted's over here on Twitch. All right, there's our old man. Do you guys remember that? I can't believe that. I kind of forgot. We used to have a HyperX partnership and Empire Jerky back in the day. Those are on my trailer from the old streams. And then we got this big one. This one matches the truck. Let's go get it. Relocate, sell, configure, use. I want to use it. Do you really want to use it? It'll be spawned in Kenwick. Yes. Okay. Now I don't know where the hell Kenwick is. How do we get there? Garage manager, maybe. And then travel. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. All right, let's see. That's on my OBS, man. Yeah, so I'm streaming to you guys from OBS. Open Broadcaster Software. It's a complicated process. But I have a scene in my streaming software. I have a scene that is the T-Rex, right? And then I have this thing of buttons. I don't know if you know what a stream deck is or not, but I have this thing of buttons. And then software for that. And then I key those buttons in to where they go into the streaming software. And when I hit that button, it turns on the source in the streaming software and plays the video. The T-Rex is just a video, right? With the green screen behind it that's cut out. So I hit the button and then that tells my streaming software to play the T-Rex, and then it pops up on stream like that. So if you never mess with that stuff, it can take a little while to figure out how to do it, but there's YouTube videos for all that stuff if you want to look at it and do it. But that's not a TikTok thing. That's only there because of my software. All right, let's get us a job, guys. Now we got a trailer, so let's go see what we can do. cargo market, I think, now that we got a job. Oh, we're way the hell up here, dude. Okay. Hey, Dynamite. I forgot we can haul dangerous stuff. I don't know how far I want to go. That one drive took us almost an hour. I don't want to go that short either, though. We never go down there. Yeah, maybe let's do that. I could see us getting into Montana might be kind of cool. Let's see if there's anything else for Montana. Oregon. There's Montana. That's too close, though. Idaho, we haven't been to in a while. Way too close. All right, we'll do that. That first one I saw. There we go. Let's go get it. Crafted, how are things, man? What time is it over there for you? 1.3K. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you, Phineas. See, sometimes I do get damage. That's what I was saying. I got 4% damage. I don't know what's up with the no damage mod, but it's working most of the time. We're hitting stuff going 140 miles an hour. We're not getting any damage at all. And then sometimes I like tap into something and I get 1 or 2% damage. So the damage mod is not flawless, but it'll protect your stuff for the most part. It'll keep you going. 2:30 in the afternoon for Crafted. So I did something, man. Crafted has been a part of my community for years, so he kind of knows what's been going on since I got out of nursing school and got my job and all that, and working night shift. So I got off yesterday morning, like about this time I got home, and normally what I would do is go to sleep all day, wake up, and then stream like in the middle of the night. But I decided that since I have 4 days off in a row, I'm going to try to flip. So I took like a quick nap, then I woke up, then I went to bed at a normal time. Last night I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, spent a couple hours getting stuff done around the house, and I jumped on here to stream. So now I am kind of like on a daytime schedule right now. And what I'm going to try to do, I flipped that first day. I'm going to try to stay daytime these 2 days in the middle, and then I'm going to use that third day to flip back. So I'm thinking if I do it like this, we can do late night, like middle of the night shift streams on the first day off, the second day off, or the first day off and my last day off, and the 2 days in the middle, we can do more of like a daytime stream. That way everybody from Mixer, Facebook, and, you know, our old days can come back around and maybe catch some streams too, right? So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to finish up this stream here in a while, then I'm going to go stream on the music channel for a little bit, and then let's go ahead and skip that. We'll see what happens, but I've never tried to do that. Normally when I'm night shift, I just stay night shift on my days off. I just stay in night shift mode. And that's kind of my original plan, is to do that. But if they're going to consistently give me my 3 days on and 4 days off, then I might be able to do it like this, where I can have a couple of normal days a week and then the rest of the week be night shift, right? But we'll see how flipping goes, man. It was work was pure chaos for 3 days straight. It was just absolutely insane. Most of my shifts were something like 14 hours. All of my patients were wild. I had crazy patients, man, for 3 days solid. It's the most crazy I've ever had, actually. Like, really, the most crazy patients I've ever had. So I was pretty exhausted from those 3 days. Yeah, we'll give this a go and see how it works. I'll stream again tomorrow during the day, and then we're gonna need to start flipping back. Is today Saturday? I don't even remember. I guess today's Saturday. It is. Look at that. I actually knew what day it was for once. The roll the night shift has messed up my internal clock like crazy. Guys, we gotten 6 new followers on TikTok. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. We got 1,300 likes over there too, guys. Thank you for tapping that screen. helping us grow our baby channel. We're really new to streaming on TikTok. TikTok, I'm like a brand new streamer over there. Kicking field goals. Airplanes, thank you for the follow, bud. I appreciate it. A T-Rex for you, man. Ozzy, what's up, bro? Good to see you, bud. Welcome back. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I don't know how I'm gonna work out the scheduling. It might be best for me to just stay on night shift like the original plan was. Just on my 4 days off, just stay up all night because that's what I got to do for work anyway. And that might be best for me. Some people say that that's the way to do it because switching back and forth is what really screws you up. But this is my first 4 days off in a row that I've had in a really long time. And so if that's going to be normal, I want to at least try, because some people do this every week. They get their 4 days off and they stay up that first day. They get back from work that morning, they just stay awake, and then they sleep that night and they're flipped back to a normal schedule, which is where I am right now. And then I guess the day before they got to go back to work, they just stay up that whole night and then sleep that day and then go back to work, right? So we'll try that. If it screws me over next week, then I'll know it don't work. And I'll just stay on night shift for good. But I just got to figure out a system that I like, that works for me. Whatever it is, though, it's just nice to be done with all the extra learning, the school, the college, the residency crap, the sim labs, the homework. It's nice to have all that behind me and to be able to stream it all. So just got home from a car meet. Now I'm on the beers on a Saturday night. Nice, man. Yep, it's Saturday, and I can actually have a few drinks and stuff later. It's 7 o'clock in the morning for me right now, so I'm not going to drink yet, but maybe I'll jump on later tonight, have some drinks with you. Maybe not you if it's going to be the morning for you, you know, but with you guys in general. Yeah, this custom truck is pretty sick. I like the flatbeds better, though, because we can see more of the truck. Thank you, Crafted, for getting that comment. Nathan, welcome in on TikTok. Yeah, I think we'll get a good system. We took the 3 GTRs out to blow the cobwebs off. Nice, man. Oh, damn, I hit my mic. Sounds like a good start to the weekend, dude. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, too, for sure. It kind of feels like, I will say this, right? We were just talking about the switching back and forth, right? 4 days off is great. But since I am night shift and I'm trying this flip to daytime thing, I kind of burned my whole first day off by flipping. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So now, where I'm sitting, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, which is normally like the soonest I let myself go to bed, I was waking up. And so that whole like night would have been my day off. But now today's my day off. But I don't know, because normally I'd be sleeping today to be up tonight. So maybe I didn't lose a day. It kind of feels like I lost a day, though. But maybe I didn't. Oh, shit. Got him. Ozzy, thank you for the follow. Scared the hell out of me. Blazing Lion, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I don't have notifications for TikTok, so you guys are getting T-Rexes when you follow. Yeah, you jump scared me with that notification, man. What am I playing on? A computer. This is American Truck Simulator. It's only on PC. Unfortunately, this game really needs, I've said it forever, I've been playing this game for years and years and streaming this game for years, and I've always said they need to make a console port. They really need to bring Truck Sim to consoles, but they've never done it. I don't think they've ever even talked about doing it. Yeah, we're playing on a computer. It's coming out for control. Yeah, I got all that. Some of my viewers over here on Twitch are from our Facebook days and people who saw my stream back before I went to college and went back to college. So they remember this stuff, like the T-Rex and the fire. I'm gonna set up some kind of soundboard again because I don't have a soundboard anymore. I've got a mixer that I use to record my music and do my live streams with my music that I write. And that's what I'm using to do this now too. So I lost some of the stuff with the soundboard to go to the music mixer, if that makes sense. But I'm finding ways to get everything set back up. We got the fire. Remember the hamburgers? We got the hamburgers back. I got my sub button. I used to have a kind of professional stream, you know? But I started rebuilding it. I spent several hours trying to fix this damn, these buttons, the T-Rex and stuff. It took me a lot of time to get that back working again because it had all updated and cleared out all my settings. And things had changed. Like even the way you set it up. When I first built this, the way to set it up was different. And so I set it up the original way and it didn't work. So then I had to figure out why that wasn't working, but we got it rolling. We're in business here. I think they did just announce not too long ago. Heavy, are they seriously? That's awesome. I mean, I'll probably keep playing it over here, but this game has always needed a console port. It's really, really popular. There's also Euro Truck Simulator for you guys that don't know, and that's where we don't need to go. There's also Euro Truck Simulator, which is kind of the main one, to be honest. It's the main game. And it's in Europe, obviously, but it has all the countries instead of states like it does in American Truck. You go through different countries, right? And that's a pretty damn big game, too. But between the two of them, between ETS and ATS, they're super popular. They're probably some of the most popular simulator games in the world. And they'll be even more if they bring it to console. Yeah, Crafted is saying in my chat, or no, Ozzy's saying in my chat on Twitch, ATS and Euro Truck Simulator are coming for console. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for the news. I play on PC for years as well. I'm glad to know that. Road Kings 2026. I didn't know that, Loki. So Loki says there is a game called Road Kings 2026 that's made by the same company and available on console. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I think so. ETS is more close to a 1-to-1 scale. Yeah, you're probably right. And Euro Truck's always been more popular. But so as I've said already in the stream a couple times, I like to play with mods like we're doing right now, but I also like to play just straight up vanilla, right? Because I like the grind of it. So I can build a really successful company in American Truck in a vanilla save, right? No mods, nothing turned off, just playing straight up the way the game was built to be played. I can build a successful truck company in ATS with no mods on, and it's not that bad. It's a grindy, like you got to grind for it, but you can make money, you can save up, buy trucks, hire drivers, you build a damn enterprise in American Truck Simulator, and I cannot do it in Euro Truck. And I don't know why. I just can't make money in Euro Truck Simulator. I don't know if the economy's a little bit different or what. But if I play Euro Truck on vanilla, I never get successful. Like I never make any. I end up just losing money and then going broke on every save I've ever tried to do. Oh hell yeah. What would really make it is if they were able to do some kind of cross compatibility. I wouldn't hold my breath on that, honestly. But if they were able to do some kind of cross compatibility thing, then that would be sick, right? Crafted is saying, or it's also easy to run, so it's perfect for console. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And then Ozzy saying that they got mods coming to consoles, or planning for mods to come to consoles. Now, we haven't done convoys in a while, but that's something that I want to get started doing again with my channels. We used to do convoys with the viewers, and some of my mods hop in and drive, and we'd run convoys, multiplayer streams. I want to do that again. We'll definitely do that again now that we're back to streaming and have consistency back in our lives. We will do convoy streams and stuff. But man, if console gets the ability to do convoys with us, that'd be awesome. Right now, I'm not using very many mods. Some of my favorite mods are stuff that viewers made me back in the day, like my truck skin here. One of my favorite things. It's just cool to have a branded truck like that. Have my logo and my name and stuff on it. I like that. So I don't know, I really like the NASCAR mod. I was talking about that, the NASCAR trailers. That was always cool to drive. And then I'm using this OHM Word engine and transmission pack. That's what I'm using right now for this this 120 mile an hour drive we're taking. In ETS2, I always got jobs to the UK and rammed into cars in the wrong... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the wrong side of the road thing. I'm getting too much damage. That's where my money went. That might be my problem too, man. But I don't know. It's cool because they got different trucks. You know, they have a whole different style of truck. They have those cab over things. Different brands. Different scenery. It's cool to play Euro Truck, but I just can't play it legitimately and ever make any money. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're good. I almost busted out the steering wheel today, too, and I'm playing on the controller again. I got lazy about it. But yeah, I need to bust out that steering wheel and make sure that still works. Guys, I appreciate y'all that are tuning in on TikTok. I appreciate our new followers. It is nice to see the TikTok grow a little bit since we're brand new to streaming on that platform. I like it. Let me know how the stream looks. Heavy, thank you for the follow. You get a T-Rex, my friend. Thank you for following us over there. On TikTok. I need to get alerts. I don't know why, but I use Streamlab alerts and they don't have a TikTok. Like, TikTok is linked through it. I'm streaming to you guys through it, but it doesn't have alerts for TikTok. So I don't know why. But until we can do that, I'm just going to hit that T-Rex every time you guys follow. So something happens for you. Tickfinity. So is that going to go into my OBS? That's what I use? Okay, I'll check that out. I'm actually going to take a picture of the chat so I remember to look that up. That's like an OBS source, yeah? Here, let's just wreck into shit for a minute. It can, yes? Sweet. Alright. I got a picture of that so that way I can look it up after stream. I use Streamlabs, but for both. Okay, I like Streamlabs. A lot of people don't like it, but I always used it back in the day and still have it now, you know. But it's nice because I'm multi-streaming. I got vertical. I don't have to use plugins on Streamlabs. I do use regular OBS for my music stuff. I write music and I stream that too. So my regular OBS I use for all my regular music, and I have plugins to do vertical and plugins to do multi-streaming and stuff like that on regular OBS. But Streamlabs just streamlines it. You know, it's a lot nicer. Yeah, I'd like to get some alerts set up in here for the TikTok. Is that against the rules, Crafted? Crafted said, I like how ETS lets you drive with 2 full-size trailers in Finland. I guess you're not allowed to do that in real life. Breaking the law. Oh, there's a field goal and a slide into home base. Please flip all the way over. Keep flipping all the way. Nope. Nope. Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold your breath. Okay. And we're still stuck. We're still stuck. All right, let's see if I can remember how to get the hell out of here. I don't remember my buttons. There we go. It'll cost $1,200. There we go. We got to admit defeat, guys. For the first time in the stream, we're over an hour in. We got so wrecked that we couldn't get out of it. Eric, thank you for the sub on YouTube, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Power Ranger, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Temporary T-Rex for you, man. Damn, we got a lot of T-Rexes, guys. Rylan, thank you for the follow. Captain Wild Lazy Potato, thank you for the follow as well. T-Rexes all around, guys. Throwing some fire since we got multiple follows right there. Thank you guys for joining the channel on TikTok. That's a thing in Finland, not anywhere else though. Huh. I didn't know that, man. I don't know how the laws work like state to state. Most of our states are pretty cohesive. And there's basically a deal if you're registered, like I'm in Texas, right? If my truck's registered in Texas, we have to have front license plate. Is a good example. We got to have a front license plate in Texas. I think it's super, it sucks. Most states don't have them, and it's pretty stupid that we have to have them for some reason. But like if you live in a state where you don't have one, you can still drive into Texas, even though no front license plate is illegal in the state. If you're not registered, if you're registered in a state where it is legal, Texas just lets you do it, right? So that's kind of how it works for the most part everywhere in the U.S. Crafted. You just go by whatever law your state has. And nobody else, and they just don't bother you about it, which makes it even more dumb that we have to have a front license plate, right? Because we got people from every other state driving around here without a front license plate. But if you're a resident here, you gotta have one. Pretty dumb. Cole, thank you for the follow, bud. Welcome to the crew on TikTok. Out of state tags, says country. Yeah, so that applies for pretty much any law. Window tint, any of those regulations, window tint, license plates, whatever. Crafted is from Europe, so he's talking about the laws in Europe on Euro Truck Sim, and different countries have different rules. You can't carry certain trailers into different countries, but Euro Truck Simulator just ignores that, which I guess they have to, right? Yeah, it's not really, in America, it's not really a problem if you just go by your registered state. I find controllers easier to drive. Well, keyboard is incredibly hard to drive. I do have a steering wheel. Cindy, thank you for the follow. A T-Rex for you, Cindy. Oh. So keyboard is almost impossible to drive, I feel like. If that's what you're comparing it to, controller's way better. But I have a steering wheel, and that's the best. I'm just not using it right now. But I got one of those Logitech wheels, and I like it the most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Truck Simulator can only be so realistic, right? If it got too realistic, it wouldn't be fun. If they were worried about my license plate and my registration in Truck Sim, we got enough of that shit in real life. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, Georgia's only got one plate. It's almost every state, right? I think Texas is really one of the only ones, maybe the only one, I don't know, that makes you have a front license plate. Just don't really, it just doesn't make sense. You can come down from Georgia without a front license plate, and that's perfectly fine. Texas just deals with it, and it's no problem. But if you live here, you gotta have one. $11 or $12. Oh, okay. So that's a lot more than I thought. 11 or 12 states require it, says heavy. That's a lot more than I thought, but still. Do you know if there's a, what's the logic behind it? Do you know? Illinois, same way, says JR. Missouri, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, you don't need it. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like most of the states I drive through, they don't have them. Majority of the time. I drive, my grandma lives in Florida. We drive to see her a couple times a year at least. And I go through all those states from Texas to Florida. It feels like nobody's got front license plates but me. I don't go up to Oklahoma too much. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Easier for tolls. Traffic cameras don't work in Texas anymore, at least allegedly, like stoplight cameras and stuff, which there's a lot of states where that's different. But in some states you can get a ticket from a camera, right? In other states you can't get a ticket from a camera because you have a right to face your accuser, right? And they've argued that a camera can't accuse you of a crime, so that can't give you a traffic ticket. And I guess it's worked in a lot of places, because there's a lot of states where you can't get tickets off the cameras, but there's other states where you can. So you just kind of have to know, I guess. But I'm pretty sure that Texas changed the law now. Traffic cameras can't give you tickets anymore here, I don't think. But they used to could. They definitely used to could. I got me one of those in Fort Worth. I rolled a red light. I was turning right on a red light, and I pretty much 100% stopped, man. My tires were rolling like microscopically, right? My tires were like barely turning, and I got a ticket for it. And I called them, and I argued with the thing. It's like a third-party company that charges you through the police department that caught you through the camera. Some BS. But I called them and I was like, there's no way. Like, I stopped, you know, and they were like, no, if, like, they sent me a video of zoomed in on my tire and you can see the tread of my tire just barely moving still. And they were like, yeah, you didn't stop all the way. And I said, there's no way that a cop would have actually given me a ticket for that, you know? Like, you gotta have slow-mo to see that. And they said, well, a cop is the one who reviewed the video. So a cop reviewed the video and they're the one who's giving you the ticket, right? So that's, I guess, how they made their way around that face your accuser thing. The person who reviews the video is the accuser, right? The slow Cali roll. Yeah, I wasn't too happy about it, but I ended up having to pay it. Yep. And now the cameras can't give us tickets in Texas. I want my money back. I feel like I should be able to go back and be like, hey man, that was back then it was legal, but now it's not, so I need a refund. Let's see, Jason, thank you for the follow, bud. T-Rex for you. Temporary T-Rex until we get our TikTok alerts set up. Oh dang, I turned my blinker on. I forgot I had that set up, guys. I got my bumper set as my blinker. And somehow they're set opposite. My right bumper turns on my left blinker. My left bumper turns on my right blinker. Country, thank you for the follow too, man. Pending T-Rex. Hold on, it's not doing it. There it goes. Thank you for the likes too, guys. Got us to 1,443 likes on TikTok. Yeah, that's what got me thinking about traffic cameras with the front license plate. I can see the front license plate being nice to have for traffic cameras to catch more for the government, you know, but they don't do that in Texas anymore, so. Hey, Heavy, thank you for the dinosaur on TikTok. You guys see that, right? See, I don't see that since I'm on OBS. But thank you for the dinosaur, Heavy. Yeah, I play, by FS, do you mean Farm Sim? Yeah, I play Farm Sim. I also play Flight Sim, if you meant that. And I used to play 5M a little bit. I haven't in a while, but... Yep, that's kind of like right in the vein of everything we did back on Facebook. So, simulators are kind of my main thing, especially for streaming. Yeah, Farming Simulator. Yeah, when it comes to streaming, simulators are my main deal. I play a little bit of everything, but I've always kind of mained simulators since we went to Facebook. It's kind of funny. I don't know if y'all care at all, but I was, if any of y'all remember Mixer, I was a Mixer partner back in the day, and then Mixer got bought by Facebook. And I would play my simulators on Mixer, and people hated it, right? I would play my simulator games on Mixer, and people would complain about it, like, oh, simulators are boring. And so Facebook bought Mixer, and my contract was eligible to go with Facebook, so I took the Facebook contract and was able to stream on Twitch. So what I thought I was going to do, I didn't think anybody would watch me on Facebook, right? So I was like, well, I'll just do my normal stuff on Twitch, like I'll do regular video games on Twitch, and I'll stream simulators on Facebook because Facebook gave me contract money to do it, so why the hell wouldn't I, right? I'll just do my simulators on Facebook because nobody will watch it anyway. I'll get my Facebook payout, and I will get to play my simulators. And we popped off on Facebook playing simulators. So we did that for a couple years. Then I went back to college, and I'm coming back off of that. I've been in college for the last 3 years. Recently graduated, and got a new career in my real life, and now I'm coming back to streaming after all that. And but simulators, ever since Facebook, simulators have kind of been the main thing I did. So that'll stay the same, I think. I think I'm gonna always main simulators for the most part. They're just more fun to stream now that, like, I've been able to find a community of people that like them. They're more fun to stream because we can talk more. We can do multiplayer stuff. We can make maps on Farm Sim that we can all play in and build together. And I don't know, it's just cool. I like it. Yeah, we'll do some Farm Sim. There's a new Farm Sim out that I haven't got to play much because when it came out, I was still in the depths of nursing school. But we'll do some Farm Sim. I want to do some Flight Sim with you guys. We'll do some convoys on Truck Sim. We'll get a lot of stuff going on. We'll rebuild what we used to have back in the Facebook and Mixer days. Hey, there we go, James. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew, man. If I don't jackknife my trailer here, we're gonna go across the street and sleep so it's daytime. All right, we'll be able to make this. There we go, beautiful. Where was the bed? Oh, come on, truck. It was so dark, I thought that ditch was more flat than that. All right, here we go. Bed's right down the road here. So yeah, we're back in gear. I will play random stuff too, like I like space games. I like No Man's Sky. I like anything to do with that. And then been playing that new skate game a little bit with one of my buddies. So you'll see me hop on some random stuff, but we'll try to main Truck Sim, Flight Sim, Farm Sim. Same stuff we used to do. But it kind of just depends on the night. Depends on who, like which of my friends might be online that might want to stream with me. What kind of games we have, you know. I stream a little bit of everything just depending on who's on. Yeah, me, Zach, and Taro started a new map over there and played it for like 2 months, but it just gets boring too fast, Crafted. It gets too boring too quick. Yeah, that was big on big in Mixer days, man. Oh, this is being picky. There it is. That's the spot. Yeah, Barry, I just found out tonight that it's coming to console. I didn't even know. But yeah, that's going to be awesome. I've always said it needed to go over there, dude. It was always crazy to me that they weren't even talking about doing it. But like I said, I've been out of the loop for a few years, so I came back tonight. I haven't played Truck Sim in a while. And yeah, that's what chat was telling me. We got a console port in the works. Yeah, they're about to make all kinds of money, man. This is already one of the most popular simulators. When it hits console, it's going to be crazy. I'm just curious if convoys are going to make their way to consoles, right? If we're going to be able to cross-play with anybody on the other platforms. Maybe. Let's go down there. I kind of want to start working my way back to Texas. Texas is home base. I kind of want to start working my way back down there. So yeah, this might be a good one. But pallets, man. Pallets. Is that all we got? We got a lot of pallets. We got dog food. All right, that's not bad. Hell, it did animal food. I do like hauling livestock. I forgot they added that too. But hauling livestock is fun, but they don't tend to have very good runs. Their runs are kind of short. Barry, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the crew boat. This is what we call Trash Trucking Enterprises, guys. It used to be Crash Trucking Enterprises. Now it's Trash Trucking Enterprises. Tyler Max Relocation and Shipping Hub is what we called it. TRASH. Majal, thank you for the follow. Hollow's Flow, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, guys. We'll get a T-Rex for you. Get some fire going since we got multiples. Very nice, y'all. You guys got us to 19 new followers tonight on TikTok. We've been live for an hour and a half. We got 19 new folks in the community over there. You guys are killing it. Thank you, guys. And thank you for the likes, tapping that screen. Much appreciated. I don't have alerts on TikTok set up on my streaming software, so that's why I'm playing T-Rexes for y'all when y'all hit that follow button on that. Yeah, cross-platform would be crazy, man, because we do... we always like to do convoys with the chat or with my viewers, with my mods and stuff like that. We hop in and do convoy streams, and I want to do that again now that we're coming back to things. I want to do convoy streams with everybody again, so we'll work that out. Normally we pick a specific day. We kind of plan ahead of time, pick a specific day to do convoys. That way everybody can try to be there if they want to be there. So we'll go about that. But yeah, if we get console players in, that'll be really, really cool. How did you get it to work on your wheel? Mine wouldn't work past the tutorial. What? How did you get it to work on your wheel? Mine wouldn't work. What kind of wheel are you using? I got the Logitech wheel, and man, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I messed with it, so I don't even really know, but mine was pretty much plug and play, if I remember right. Mine was more or less plug and play. That's what I heard, Barry, is they want the mods. It wouldn't work past the tortilla. I don't know what he was saying, but tutorial maybe is what he was saying. I think it wouldn't work past the tutorial is what I think he was trying to say. I don't know. I plugged mine in and it pretty much worked. I had to mess with some settings. The sensitivity was pretty whack. So I do remember I had to fidget with it a little bit to get it set up the way that I liked it with the trucks, but it's way better, man. Running with the steering wheel is way better than anything else. I'm just using the controller because I'm being lazy tonight, or this morning, whatever it is anymore. I just didn't want to mess with setting it up because I haven't used it in a while, and I knew that if I set it up, I'd probably end up spending an hour. I'd burn an hour of stream time just sitting there trying to get it to... All right. I'd burn an hour of stream time trying to get it to work, and I didn't want to do that tonight. Today. Sorry I keep saying tonight, guys. Night shift. My brain is all messed up. I barely know what day it is. But it is 8 o'clock in the morning for me here in Texas. I'm just used to it being nighttime. All right, I want to skip. I don't normally like all the tedious backing up and all that crap. So we'll just skip it. This is a tight yard anyway. See, the turn radius on the controller is real tight. The turn radius on the steering wheel is a lot more smooth. Hey, look, that's my garage, I think. What do you know? Small world. Still finding all the poles, dude. We kicked some serious field goals, Crafted. We got some really good field goals. I'll cut them into a video and upload them for y'all on TikTok and YouTube later on. All right, we'll do this run, y'all. This should run us out to about 2 hours on stream time. And then I'm going to go stream my music. If you guys want to watch that, at Tyler Dan Music on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, really anywhere. You can also go to tylerdan.com, TYLERDAN.com, and you can find my link tree in there. So, we'll run this run. We'll hit the stream at about 2 hours, and then I'm going to jump over and do my music stream, guys. If you like country music, you can watch that. Tyler Dan Music. On all these platforms. I've got that turned off. I can't see your username, so I don't know what to call you, but how are you not getting fined for red lights? I got fines turned off on this save. Ghosted, what's up, man? You sing country music too? Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. My two big hobbies are games, streaming, and music. So that's another part of what we're doing. My general schedule, usually on my days off, again, 4 days off a week, I'm trying to stream video games for the first part or second part, and music for whatever the opposite is, right? And then trying to use my days off to make videos for that stuff too, right? Try to upload TikToks, try to upload whatever I can as far as clips and stuff goes for short form content in both those regards, right? Awesome, man. Yeah, I started country music when I was maybe about 16. Right, I played in some more like rock bands and stuff when I was real young, junior high and early high school. I played in some rock bands and stuff, but when I started writing lyrics, I wrote country music just kind of naturally. I'm a nurse, Mark. I am an oncology nurse. So anyway, when I started writing lyrics, I just wrote country music naturally because I grew up in a farm town in Texas, and so I don't know, it's just what I grew up with and what I wrote. I like rock music too, but hey, dude, we got a lot in common, Ghosted. We got a lot in common, man. So yeah, I just started writing country music and I started playing gigs. I did that up until I was about maybe like 23 or 24, yeah. And we're screwed. And we're wrecked. Let me try to remember how to do this again. Enter, call a tow service, waste some money, and get back on the road. See, I played random gigs and stuff kind of inconsistently. I'd hit it pretty hard for about a year, and then I wouldn't, you know, and then I'd hit it pretty hard for about a year. I had a few different bands that would kind of come and go. You know how it is. So I did that for a long time, and then whenever I got married, I kind of set it down for a little while, and that's actually what led me into streaming, funny enough. I was always real creative, you know, making music and always liked creating things and just doing something like that. And when I got married, I was like, maybe I should put down music and kind of like change my focus, because to me at that time, I was wrong, but it's just kind of what it was to me. To me at that time, music was partying, going to bars late, getting free bar tabs, like, you know. And I was like, well, if I want to get married and I want to like move into adulthood, I need to stop doing this shit, you know. It's I kind of stopped playing for a long time. I still played and wrote in my free time, but I didn't gig or anything for a while. And missing that aspect kind of got me into making gaming content, because I was playing video games and stuff like that. And somebody said you should start making videos, and I just did, and then I started streaming, and that's kind of how that came about. But now as I've matured, I'd realize, you know, I can do a bit of both. You know, just because I want to play music doesn't mean I have to party every time I do it. That's maybe what you shouldn't do anyway. Chase, thank you for the follow. Ghosted, thank you for the follow, man. Got a T-Rex coming for you. There you go. Chase, this is American Truck Simulator, man. American Truck Simulator is the name of the game. Appreciate you guys following. You got us to 21 new followers on TikTok. 20 Rex or something like that. Crafted, are you counting us down over here? Crafted says we got 20 Rex. Probably more than that, dude. I got some good clips. I'll upload a little compilation later. So, yeah, I did that. I actually got the full-time stream for a while because I got partnered on Mixer, then Facebook bought Mixer, and my contract was eligible to be bought with it, so I took the Facebook contract. Long story, right? I did that for a little while full-time. It was real nice. And then that kind of started to take a downturn, and income was just way too sporadic, so I took what money I had saved up from Facebook, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, and I went back to college, and I went to nursing school. And that's where we are today. I graduated nursing school in May. I'm in a residency right now, working on an oncology unit in a big hospital, and using my 4 days off to do what I can with music and streaming. I got a buddy in San Antonio that's opening like an artist management thing. Real cool guy. You'll see me stream with him on TikTok. If you go follow my music channel, you'll see me stream with him on TikTok. But he's kind of already doing it. He's managing a couple different artists down in the South Texas area. And now that my life is stabilized and all the school stuff is over, we're going to start doing that again too. So he's going to help me a little bit. And I'm planning to, with 4 days off, I'm planning to every now and then gig. I'm not really trying to gig a lot. I'm not really trying to play a lot as far as live goes. I like streaming my music. I like recording and releasing stuff to Spotify or whatever, but I'm not really trying to tour, if that makes sense, right? I'm not trying to gig all the time. But when it happens, I'm going to do it. You know, when we get a shot at something, I'll go play it. And we're planning to kind of go from San Antonio to Dallas, pretty much up and down the 35 corridor. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe once or twice a month, maybe I'll pick up a live gig and do that. Because why not, right? Michael, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, man. Welcome to the crew, Michael. Oh, that is the end of the road. How am I playing on a controller? Just plug it in. If you got an Xbox controller and a Windows PC, just plug that sucker in and start playing the game. Nothing to it. Top cover is Keith Whitley. Don't close your eyes. I like Keith Whitley. I think everybody does, man. Yeah, I do a lot of covers. I got a lot of originals too. I got too many originals, really. But that's part of the reason I picked it. Preston, thank you for the follow. Jalen, thank you for the follow. Again, no alerts on TikTok yet, guys. I'll try to get them set up tonight so we have them on the stream tomorrow. But in the interim, you guys are getting T-Rexes when you follow. Thank you guys for joining the crew. That's cool, dude. I got a buddy in Nashville that just got a record deal, and he's popping off, man. You need to check him out. His name is Fabrizio, Fabrizio. I've been friends with him through TikTok. I actually met him on TikTok a couple years ago, I guess. But he's really good, man. He's a hell of a talent. And he's in Nashville, and I'm probably gonna go visit him. I don't really think I'm gonna play out there, but I don't know, maybe. But I'm definitely gonna go out there and hang out with him a little bit. Ben, thank you for the follow. I don't know if you were included in that last round with the T-Rexes or not, but here, I have an extra T-Rex, Ben. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Thank you for the likes there, Preston. You guys got us to almost 1,700 likes on the stream. Yeah, Jalen, if it's an Xbox controller and a Windows PC, all you got to do is just plug it in and it works. I'm cabled into it, right? I'm sure there's a way to do it wirelessly, but just shove a USB in the computer and it works. That'll do the trick. Yeah, Tim, I do a lot of I got a lot of originals. The stuff I have on Spotify I'm not like super proud of. I recorded it as cheap as I could, and then I'm trying to rebuild my set list. Voss, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, man. We got a raid on Twitch. Welcome in, Voss. Thank you for that, bud. Let's hit this. Yep, okay. I use those cars for brakes, y'all. I do that a lot if I'm going too fast. So let's just hit things. Let's just hit things to slow down. Voss, thank you for that follow too, bud. How was your Twitch stream, man? So, I lost track. I got really bad ADD, y'all. I lost track of what I was talking about. I'll think of it in a second. I know where I was going with my conversation, but I don't know where I was at in it. But that's part of why I chose to go into nursing. I wanted to do something meaningful, of course. I wanted a steady income and good job security. There's a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons was I can work those three 12-hour shifts and have 4 days off. And with those 4 days off, I can do my hobbies. I can do music. I can drive down to San Antonio and play a show if I want to. I can stream most days of the week. I can stream and do video game content, whatever it is, you know. And put money into my music, right? Because before I really couldn't put money into my music, so I recorded stuff as cheap as I possibly could. And I feel like you get what you pay for, you know? So I do have some music released, but I feel like it can be a lot better if I have the money to put into good production. So now that we're out, Dr. Pepper shout out. Yep. That was my coffee this morning, man. I'm out of coffee. So I woke up and I had to get caffeine in me somehow. Yeah, that was part of the goal. I'm happy to finally be here. It took a lot of years to get all that done, knock out those goals, and get to a point where I can start putting the plan into action, right? Now I've got the job that I wanted. I've got the schedule that I wanted. I've got a decent income from nursing where I can put money into music like I want to, and start releasing some quality stuff, and be able to have those extra days, that free time to put into these kinds of things. So happy to finally be here. Playing a wedding in Nashville is cool, dude. I only played in Nashville a couple times, and what I would do, Nashville asks you to play to pay to play usually. Any of you guys that are country singers will know that. Typically you go to Nashville if you're playing at a bar like downtown, they're not really paying you any money. And that sucks. But I used to go to Nashville. I used to mess with a publishing company out there a little bit. They kind of like talked to me a little bit about pushing my music. I don't know how much they really ever did. Nothing ever came of it, so I don't know how much they ever really did, but I had a little bit of a relationship with a publishing company down there. So I would go to Nashville occasionally, but I would never book anything or play anything, right? I would go into these bars and I would sit up and listen to the band, and when they would have a little break in between songs or whatever, I would just go tell them, like, hey, if you need to go to the bathroom, you want to grab a beer off stage, just take like 5 minutes. I play, hit me up. I'll be sitting out here. And most of the time people wouldn't do it because they have a spot like in a bar on the strip in Nashville. They're not going to give up their spot. But every now and then they would, every now and then they'd be like, they just really needed a bathroom break, or they wanted to go outside and smoke a cigarette or whatever they needed to do. And they'd call me up and let me play in their spot for about 5 minutes. So anything I ever played in Nashville, that's how I did it. That's how it was done. Get a little 5 minutes to jump on stage and play a couple songs or something, and then throw it back to whoever the band was that night. But it worked. It did actually work. But I don't know, man. My buddy Fabrizio's out there now, and like I said, he's got a label behind him, and he's really popping off. But he's playing out there. I don't really know how it works when you have weight behind you, right? Because whenever I was out there, I was nothing, and I would just jump on stage that way. But Fabrizio's got that label behind him, so he's playing stuff out there, and I guess he's making money. I don't know, but playing in Texas, dude, you can make a good little chunk of money. Hell, right now, after I've been gone from it for so long, I can make $300 or $400 a night playing a little bar somewhere in Texas. But you go to Nashville, dude, there's no money to be made. At least that's how it used to be. But I'm sure that's a bit different when you have the kind of following he's got. He's got like 150,000 followers on Instagram now. I don't even know what his listeners are on Spotify, but it's a lot more than it was a couple years ago, so I imagine he's making some money with it. Should low-key check out your profile. You can DM me and I'll look at your profile. If you leave it in the chat, I'll forget. But again, guys, we got 25 new followers on TikTok. We've got 1,756 likes. You guys have demolished the stream on TikTok this morning. I appreciate it a lot. We're doing good on Twitch too. We got Voss coming in with that raid. I appreciate that, host, bud. We got some of our longtime viewers hanging out in chat over there. And we got a new follower on YouTube too tonight. And we're wrecking trucks. We're like straight up gymnastics over here. And we're screwed. I'll be back on cam in 1 second. All right, our truck is getting to a point where it needs to be fixed. I guess I could have fixed it right there. We'll not worry about that yet. Let's try to look for a place to sleep, which is also right behind me. Well, dang it. Well, dang it, Bobby. I do, but I haven't played in a long time. I don't remember the commands. You talking about like picking up the truck and dropping it? Yeah, I don't remember the commands anymore. And I don't feel like wasting time looking them up. I got plenty of money in the save anyway, so we can just pay for the tow truck right now. But yeah, I need to relearn that. I need to just write them down. The commands to change daytime to night, and the command, or nighttime to day rather, and the command to pick my truck up. When you're driving like this, those commands come in handy. Yeah, I'll look them up after stream and have them next time. I'm just kind of in a hurry to get on and get started. When I tend to start, when I start messing with like fixing stuff up on my stream, like the other day, the T-Rexes and stuff that you've seen popping up, I end up spending hours like tweaking settings and refixing things. You know how it is. If you go away for a long time, you come back and you update all your stuff and settings are different. Some things have just been completely deleted and you got to rebuild everything. So yeah, I woke up this morning, I wanted to stream, and I knew that if I started tweaking things, I'd spend 2 hours doing that. So I was like, I'm just gonna jump on. I didn't even plug my steering wheel in because I didn't want to set that up. But I will jump back on tomorrow, guys. It'll probably be more in the afternoon-ish. And then after that, I got to start flipping back over to night shift schedule. So we'll get some later streams in Monday. Yeah, I guess maybe Sunday night and Monday night I'll try to stream late. So tomorrow night and tomorrow night and Monday night we'll be doing some late night streams because I am on a completely opposite schedule at work. So right now should be 8:30 at night for me. It's 8:30 in the morning in real life, but for my work schedule it's 8:30 at night. So I got to flip back around. Wallace, good morning, welcome in. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. This is my first span of 4 days off I've had in a long time. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to flip my schedule right now, which is why I'm awake. But I gotta be back on night shift by Tuesday. So I gotta sleep all day Tuesday to go in and work Tuesday night. So I'll use Sunday and Monday to kind of flip back around. Oh yeah, Voss, so you know how it goes. I've never had 4 days off in a row, so normally I just stay up, right? Like if I only have a couple days, I just stay on the night shift mode. But it seems like with the job I've got, I'm going to be having 4 days off in a row somewhat consistently. And so I'm just kind of testing it out. See if I can do this flip back and forth thing, but we'll see what happens. That's cool, Voss. I need to get you followed up, man, if I don't follow you already on Twitch, since we're on the same schedule, dude. And I take it you like simulators too. So I'll check you out, bud. Get you followed. If you're on Discord, man, !Discord in the chat. That'll get you in my Discord server, and you can there's a self promo page that'll let you put your own link in there. So you can throw your link in there and I'll make sure to remember to come over and drop you a follow. Yes, I'm on PC, car and truck guy. Yep, this game is only on PC right now. Car and truck guy, thank you for the follow on TikTok. There's you, T-Rex, for following up, man. Bringing us to 26 new followers tonight. Today. See, Voss, I keep saying tonight because I'm so used to it being nighttime. But I don't know if this is gonna work for me, honestly. The flipping back and forth between day and night shift for my 4 day off, I don't think it's gonna, I don't know, it may not work for me. I don't mind the staying in night shift mode all the time, even when I'm off work. I don't mind just staying in night shift mode, getting my stuff done late at night. The only things I can't really do too late is mow the yard and like go to the grocery store, but I still wake up in night shift mode. I wake up like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so that still leaves daylight to get shit done, you know. So I'm okay with that too. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes this week, and if it sucks, then I'll just stay on night shift next week. I'll stay on night schedule next week and keep streaming late at night. But I'd like to do 50-50. With 4 days off, I'd like to do daytime streams like this for 2 days, and then do late night streams while I'm flipping my schedule back over. And kind of have the best of both worlds, so viewers on either time scale can hop in and watch, you know? Your mower has headlights? Well, I just started, dude. I just started night shift. So I got to figure it out. And that's why your mower's got headlights on it. I need to do that, man. You know, my neighbors, I come home, I get off work I'm supposed to get off at 7:15 in the morning. Sometimes I get off at 8:30, 8:45, whatever it is. But I come home, right? I try to be in bed by 10 at the latest, right? Because I got to wake up and go back at it again. I got to clock in by 6:30. So I try to try to be asleep by 10 o'clock at the latest if possible. But my neighbors mow their yard, you know? I'm over here trying to sleep and I got neighbors mowing their yards and stuff. And so it's only fair, I think, if I just bust out of the sucker at 2 o'clock in the morning on a day off, turn the headlights on my mower and get to work, you know? I think it's only fair. That's pretty funny. Car and truck guy, I'll check you out, man. I'll check you out on TikTok. Leave a comment on a video or something so I remember to go look at your channel. It is fair. I think so, man. Yep. It's only right. But I do like night shift. I do like the I like the work. I like the people I work with. I don't really mind it. I think like most people who don't mind night shift. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? I don't know how we did that, but I'm not gonna ask questions about it. Come on, truck. Oh, there's an invisible wall in front of us. Well, damn it. Dang it, Bobby. Let's see if we can hook it to the right a little bit here. No. Yeah, we could totally get out of that, but there's an invisible wall. Nothing we can do. But anyway, I do like night shift. I like most things about it, and I don't mind staying up like that and sleeping through the day. Usually I sleep pretty good during the day anyway. Not like perfectly, but I can function pretty good on 5 or 6 hours, so it works out nice, and I get paid more to work at night. The work is like a different kind of hard, but doctors aren't changing orders and stuff as much, like really hardly ever. So orders aren't changing all the time. I don't have patients going to surgery and x-ray and scans and family coming in all the time. Like there's a lot about night shift that is better. One thing that's not true, patients don't sleep. They don't do that. That's one thing I thought, like, okay, this will be nice. Like, I'll get all my stuff done at the first half of the shift or so. And then the patients are all going to go to sleep. And I'll have plenty of time to chart and do whatever I need to do at work. That's not what happens. They do not sleep. Most of them do not sleep. So, but it's so there's plenty to do, right? You are plenty busy, but it's not as dynamic, if that makes sense, right? Like during day shift, the doctors change orders all the time. I was telling Streama last week, during day shift, you go pull medicine, like you look in the chart, you see what your patient needs, you get all the medicine you need. Let's say they need like 4 things. You go to the med machine, you pull out the 4 medicines that you need, you walk in the room, you log into the computer, and they got a new one. Now they need 5. In the time span that you looked at the chart, went to the med machine and walked to their room, the doctors added new orders. And now you gotta like stop everything you're doing. You gotta go back to the med machine, get the 5th med, and then come back. And that happens in day shift all the time. That happens all the time on day shift. I don't know how they time it like that, but they just do. And then on top of that, families coming in, patients are going to operations, they're off the floor, so you can't do your job because they're not there. All kinds of stuff happening on day shift, so it can get pretty hectic, and I don't mind that. It keeps you entertained. Daddy Ray, thank you for the follow on TikTok, bud. There's a T-Rex for you, man. But that's one of my favorite things about night shift, is that that's not really happening, right? Night shift things are pretty stable in that regard, and you just kind of have to work with your patients that are not sleeping. You know, they're in a lot of pain or whatever it is. You do get a little bit of family coming in asking questions, but not nearly as much. So you stay plenty busy, and people kind of, especially older patients, they tend to get a little wild at nighttime. So it can get pretty crazy. I had the craziest patients I've ever had this last week. 3 days straight of the same patients. They were just wild, dude. Wild. But I do like it better. Moral of that story, I do prefer night shift. Daddy Ray, this is American Truck Simulator. The name of this game is American Truck Simulator. Right now it's only available on computers, but they are building a port for consoles. If you don't have a PC, it's coming out to consoles eventually. Yeah, night shift's definitely preferable overall. And then when I get into doing my music stuff, like if I want to book a gig at a bar or something like that, typically don't even get to the bar any earlier than 5 o'clock. Normally maybe even 7 or so. Start playing 7, 8, or 9 or whatever it is, and you're not done till 3 o'clock in the morning. So night shift is better for that too. On my days off, it is better to be on a night schedule if I want to go play gigs like local bars and stuff. So it all kind of works out for me, and I get extra money per hour to be on night shift. So win-win-win, I think. Steven, thank you for the follow. Temporary T-Rex for you, man. Someday. There he goes. Welcome to the crew, Steven. I appreciate that. Got us to 28 new followers on TikTok today. You guys got us to 1,700 likes over there too, it looks like. Welcome to the crew, guys. So again, for you guys that are new, I'm trying to stream on my days off every week, so 4 streams a week. I'm going to try to mix them up a bit and do some late night streams for my night shift schedule. Those are usually be after midnight, maybe a little bit before-ish, give or take, and run on into the early hours of the morning. And then when I have my 4 days off in a row, I'm trying to do some daytime streaming with you guys too, for those of you that are on more of a day type schedule. So trying to stream roughly 4 times a week, and I'm doing the same thing on my music channels, guys. So once this stream is over, which it is about to be, we'll jump over to the music channel. I'll stream some music, practice my live set and stuff like that. Trying to do that about 4 times a week as well. So that's the plan, guys. We hit 2 hours on TikTok. I'll be back on tonight probably. I'll probably jump back on tonight. We'll see. And then Sunday night, guys, I got to start flipping my schedule back over. So we'll do some late night streaming Sunday, well into the late hours of the morning, or early hours of the morning, I guess. And then we'll do the same thing again on Monday night, because I go back to work Tuesday night. So that's the plan, guys. I'm going to jump over to music at Tyler Dan. Music is the link thing or whatever, the handle on everywhere except for YouTube. I think YouTube is /Tyler Dan, but you can go to tylerdan.com, tylerdan.com, and find all of my links there if you want to come over and watch the music stream, guys. I'm going to go over there probably in about another 30 minutes to an hour. We'll start the music stream up, and we'll practice the set list for an hour or so on that side. And then I will see you guys again tomorrow. Probably somewhere mid-afternoon, we'll jump on the gaming streams here on TikTok and everywhere else, guys. So thank you for an awesome stream. You guys really killed it today. Again, almost 2,000 likes on TikTok, almost 30 new followers, guys, 28 new people in the crew on the TikTok channel alone. And we got some new followers on YouTube and TikTok too, or Twitch too. I mean, so good stuff, guys. Thank you for a good stream. I'm so happy to be back. I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm glad that we're getting things rolling and growing, and we got some stuff to build. We got places to go and things to do. So thank you for being a part of it, y'all. I will see you on the music stream hopefully in about an hour, and if not, I'll see you back on the gaming streams tomorrow. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.